So to get started, I'll be using two wooden boxes, and they're one bigger and one smaller. Make sure they're sturdy enough so that we can use them as a stand for our flower wreaths. Next, I'll be using the super glue because they are pretty easy to use. Stick them together, and I prefer to use them since they dries out pretty fast and gets you a strong hold. So once you put the top on, it's ready to apply the glue on the box, and I'll be going with the small one. We'll make sure that it covers all the edges of the box. Try to go smooth and easy so that you don't make a mess or miss a spot. Next, once you're done applying the glue, make sure you let it sit for a minute so that they can stick together. Next, you can test it out by lifting the small box if they're completely dried or not. On my next step, I'll be using these two bamboo rings for my flower wreath. And also, I'll be using these fall leaves garlands to wrap around the rings. As I'm going to be making the fall leaves wreath, so they're going to be basically yellow and orange, and I'll be using both. Also, some of them has some gold leaves on it, which is actually making it more interesting. Next, I'll be using this yellow sunflowers and some orange sunflowers so that they can have a better combination. On this part, I'll be using this ring to wrap around the leaves garland one by one. And I'll be using all the different ones that I have. Once you're done wrapping the first one, make sure it's been secured with glue so that it won't come off. Next, you'll be keep wrapping the other ones until you get to the last one. Now make sure you guys have secured them using the hot glue. And now I have finished the first one. Here is the finished look. So now moving on to the next step, I'll be using this small bamboo ring that I have, and it's the time to use these flowers now, and I'll be attaching the flowers to the ring. Now start detaching the flowers from the stem, and I'll be using two different colors from each one. Now let's get started sticking the flowers to the ring. Make sure you attach the flowers diagonally on the two ends across the circle. Now on here, I'll be attaching the gold leaves on the sides of the flowers. Once you're done attaching them, we're going to be moving on to the next step. Now on here, I'll be using these little blue flowers on my small bamboo ring. Now I have finished adding all the little flowers to the ring, and this is exactly how it looks like. The next thing, I'm attaching the lights to the flower that I've made. And all you have to do, use the same technique that you have used for the flower garlands. Once you're finished wrapping, now you can just test out the lights. Next, I'll be placing my first flower wreath on the stand, and I'll be placing the batteries on the sides. And then I'm applying the glue to secure them. As you can see, they are perfectly glued from the each sides, and I have attached a string to it so that they can have some extra hold. Next, I'll be putting my small flower wreath on the stand to stick them together. Now it's all set, and we're gonna be having a finished look on it. Hope you guys enjoyed.